Welcome to the Magic Garden, where we're here for another Sunday Soulful Story, sharing my wisdom for hope, healing, and inspiration. The last story we talked about was about how my husband and I were drawn to Santa Barbara. And the idea of that story is that we're all pulled to somewhere on the earth that is meant for us to be there. So once we chose Santa Barbara and we knew we were coming here, then it was a matter of finding our house. So literally for 3 years, while we were back east in Newburyport, north of Boston, we were working with a realtor here, not knowing exactly when we were going to move, thinking that we wanted to be in an area called Hope Ranch because they have horses and a private beach. And one couple, the only couple that we knew, told us that we should live in Hope Ranch. So we were focused on Hope Ranch, and I told the realtor, show me things after they sell in our price range. I don't want to fall in love before we're ready to buy, because we didn't want to own two houses at the same time. So this realtor had like saintly amount of patience and just kept in touch with us. We came out to visit every now and then when all the different pieces fell into place that it was time for us to make our move, we put our house in Newburyport on the market. So we had bought and sold, this is so 5 houses before this one, and they've all sold within a week. That house in Newburyport was on the market for 6 months. And it was 2008. If you remember your history, that was the market crash of 2008. So we were selling our house at that point, and for some miracle, all the different pieces fell into place, and we had a buyer for our house in Newburyport. So we called the realtor here and said, we're coming out for a week. We're ready to buy. Show us everything in Hope Ranch in our price range, and let's buy a house. So we looked, we spent days. I had videos of all the houses. I knew all the floor plans inside and out. We spent days, and there were houses that we liked, but nothing that we absolutely loved. And then we looked in an area called Montecito, which I didn't want to live in because my perspective of Montecito was it was very LA and we didn't want that. Didn't find anything we loved. So at the end of the week, we told the realtor, you know what? We're going to go back, finish selling our house, close on it, move out here and rent until we find something that we love. So we literally surrendered the whole process. And after looking, and so focused and trying so hard to find a house and make it work, and it just wasn't happening. We didn't love it. So we said, okay, we give up, we'll wait. And the realtor said, you know, got one day left. Why don't we go up to this area called the Riviera? And my response was, I don't want to live on the Riviera. I want to be in Hope Ranch. So we literally spent that day looking at houses on the Riviera to be nice to our realtor. I was just thinking, okay, let's just like look and get this over with. So we looked at a couple of houses. It's like, yeah, this is why I don't like the Riviera. Too close together, no privacy, blah, blah, blah. And then he showed us this house, our dream house. We had no idea it was coming. He didn't show us floor plans. He didn't say, by the way, there's this house that's got your name all over it. He just casually drove us into the driveway, and we got out of the car and looked at this house, looked at the property. We're like, are you kidding me? This is like available and in our price range. So it was pretty much love at first sight. So we looked around. Um, the house sits on an acre of garden. It's a little over an acre of property. The house is like in the middle, and there's a garden, a tiered garden all around it. So the Riviera is above Santa Barbara. It's like up on a big hill. Um, and the garden was in complete and total decline. And the next story after this one, I'll tell you all about the garden and when I met a fairy queen in the garden, but that's another story for another time. Come back next month for another Sunday Soulful Story. But continuing with this one, so we looked at the house, we loved it, and we came back the next day, and it was at sunset, or actually, it was the same day. We looked in the morning and then we came back at sunset, and it was like Disney had set up this amazing stellar sunset. It was November and it was just gorgeous. And the listing broker and our realtor were like leaning on the fence on the deck and both had a drink in their hand. And it was just like, if we had any doubt, it was gone. The house was built in 1948, before I was born and my husband. And I literally felt like this house was built for us. And so remember that when you're looking for your house is looking for you. This house had been on the market the exact same amount of time that our house in Newburyport was, 6 months. It had gone under agreement not once, but twice, and fallen out both times because the market was crashing. The house was waiting for us. And we had to do some big negotiation around it, which took a while, and we won't go into all those details, but it all worked out. We've never lived in a house this old, and when you're looking for a house, you want to make sure to make your list of the things that you need. So we needed so many bedrooms, we needed an office space for me, an office space for my husband. My husband had a pool table that he was going to move across the country, so there had to be a place for the pool table. It's in the garage now, the man cave. Um, but so we had our list of these are the things we have to have. And then I had this little secret wish list. And my wish list had things like I want hardwood floors, not carpet. Um, I want radiant heat in the floors, not central air. I want piped in music through the whole house. This was my wish list that nobody knew about. My husband didn't even know about this list. It was just my secret little list. I wanted some fruit trees, specifically avocado and lemon. I wanted privacy, and we really wanted an ocean view. That was not a requirement, but top of the wish list. So those were some of the things, giving you an idea. Oh, yeah, and I wanted a Sub-Zero side by side fridge, full size fridge and freezer. So we walk into the kitchen. There's my dream Sub-Zero side by side fridge and freezer. Every single thing on my secret wish list was in this house. I literally felt like it was built for me, for us, me and my husband. And before this house, we moved every 4 to 6 years. And this is home. This is it. I tell my kids, bury me in the compost. So we found our dream house. I love this house beyond any house I've ever lived in. It's got an amazing personality. Houses definitely have energy and have their own personalities. And um, it's got some really quirky, funky things, but that makes it more lovable. So next time I'll tell you about the fairy queen in the garden, and we'll talk more about the garden. But just know that when you're looking for your house, it's looking for you, and you will find it. Don't give up. It may take time, but you will find it. It's waiting for you. Thank you.